both have to agree. If there's anyone who needs an award for packing and running away, do I even need to say the name? But Ozzy?
But I don't want to be married to someone who couldn't communicate with me effectively, couldn't give me what I needed in order for us to talk.
What was happening in the Ultimatum Queer Love? Like, I binge watched the whole series. Like, I was there watching because I just couldn't look away. The drama was just too much. And it honestly felt like acting.
Snuggle or maybe not?
Which side are you on?
Maybe not.
Which side are you on? What do you think?
Share so many romantic moments, just you and I.
If I'm editing this, I'm laughing myself because it was just cringe to watch this. I'm allowed to say this because I'm part of the Alphabet gang. But guys, it exposed how queer relationships are. Because it's like exactly how it was playing out in the series. It's exactly how it plays out in real life. Like, the Alphabet gang quickly falls in love. And they quickly fall out of love. And those are facts. So don't sit here and be like, who falls in love with somebody in 3 weeks? It's possible. We know some of you have become obsessed in 3 days. So don't be out here judging people who fall in love in what, a month? That's a long time. Like, in an actual relationship, have you ever seen how people celebrate a month milestone? Because every day is a trying time. That thing could just go shoo-coo-coo-coo-coo. Ask me. I flipping no. Okay, so Netflix is known for its amazing dating shows. I mean, to name the least, Love is Blind, which the Ultimatum is a spin-off to Love is Blind. Thank God. First things first. Thank God Vanessa and Lignishay were not hosting this particular dating show because it was going to be a mess, I tell you, just pure mess. Like, I just imagine, like, I took a second to imagine how Vanessa Lachey would have handled herself, like, at those couple switch, like, where they switch from original couples to... She would have been forcing everyone to have a baby down their throat. Like, to like their trial marriages or from trial marriages back to their relationships. I just imagine how Vanessa would have handled that situation. She probably would be cutting off everyone. Like, no, why would you say that? She loves you. Especially, I feel like she would have been so in support of Vanessa because they have the same name. I said it. It's out there. It's in the atmosphere. I'm not taking it back. Okay, hate me, love me, I don't care. Anyways, let's actually do what we're here for. Because I just feel like this whole video is just going to be me ranting about these couples. How in its representation, there wasn't actual representation. You get me? I say this because Netflix didn't even care enough to write down their pronouns. I mean, it does it for other shows. I was very surprised that it didn't do it for this particular show. And it's all about queer people. So it was an ignorant thing on their part. Like, I feel like the show didn't put so much effort as they do with other shows, because I feel like other dating shows, they really take the time to take the moments where you see the people's connection growing. Even if sometimes they don't show the whole picture, but at least they give you that drop in the ocean, you know? Okay, let me just not go off what I'm supposed to. So how this is gonna go, we're going to speak about the couples, introducing the couples, the original couples, and also speaking about the trial marriage couples. This series is going to be long, okay? So you better subscribe and like and comment because it's going to be a rant for probably a week. So the Ultimatum Queer Love is basically there's couples in relationships. One of them demands that it's time to get married and we have everything, we have nothing to wait for. Let's just get married. Let's just put a ring on it. Let's fly to Las Vegas and put a ring on it. And then the ones that are dragging their feet and more so analyzing the relationship and be like, do I really want to spend my whole entire life with this person? So, here are the couples for this season. First couple is Vanessa and Xander. Second couple is Yoli and Mal. Third couple is Mildred and Tiff. Fourth couple is Ozzy and Sam. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. And then our last couple is Ray and Lexi. Yes, guys, the titties. Stuff. There's three choices here. It's either you find new love, yay for you, or you fix your issues with your current partner and get engaged, leave the show engaged, or you just leave the show single because you are hopeless. Vanessa and Xander met senior year of high school. Their boyfriends at that time were best friends. And in this instant, Xander is the one that issued the ultimatum because they feel like they're ready for marriage and it's time. They've been dating for 4 years and Xander just feels like, oh, let's go to the next step because what's after dating if it's not having kids or, moving on to putting a ring on it. So honestly, when I analyze Vanessa and Xander, I feel like they both know what they want already. So I didn't see the reason of them coming to the show because I feel like the show is kind of like a it would be beneficial for a couple that has confusion. Like for a couple that maybe wants to get married, but then they have disagreements of why they should be married. I feel like that should be a thing because I feel like Xander and Vanessa both strongly have, their arguments like I want to get married and I don't want to get married for this reason. I want to get married for this reason. So them coming to the show, it just made me feel like, no, man, you're taking the place for the people that would actually need the work of seeing whether they're suitable for this or not. But anyways, Xander needed the eye-opening. Before I even spoil this, let's continue. Basically, Xander wants commitment, full 100% commitment. And Vanessa wants more of a open relationship that gives her freedom. Like she can still explore and experience. Vanessa's argument is that she dove into the relationship with Xander and never got to experience other lovely goodies. So for 4 years, I have the same sentiment as Xander. If we have been dating for a whole complete 4 years, shouldn't it be natural to go to the next step? You want us to date for like 10, 15 years and then only get married then? Like that just feels like a waste of time. I feel like if we are strong enough to stay 4 years together in a committed relationship and the both of us have never stepped out of that relationship, it's natural, okay? We're going to have disagreements, but we'll solve it in the marriage, okay? Like, put a ring on it already. This relationship, from the get-go, the toxicity was being exposed, okay? Because as soon as the host left that table, Vanessa was already like, who am I going to claw my fingers on? My acrylic nails on. I didn't notice if she had acrylic or not, but I'm just going to use that example. She's like, who am I going to put my claws on? Who am I going to grab? Who am I going to mess with? She was already plotting and scheming. And from the get-go, I just saw like this is going to be one of those Micah situation, Micah and that other girl situation. The toxicity, the narcissism. Like I just saw it in like with my 4 eyes, and we were like, no, this is gonna be dramatic. Like I just got, you know what? Let's lower them a little bit, Vanessa. Anyways, she was also presenting kind of like a fakery relationship, and I was just like, this is gonna be interesting. Like you're already showing your fake side. Like okay, you can be bubbly, but then you can be naturally bubbly. I just feel like the bubbliness was forced. Maybe she was not trying to be toxic. She was not trying to be narcissistic. She was just trying to pose as the happier person, like the person who's just joyful, sweet, and kind. But girl, we saw the total opposite. And then we get Yoli and Mao. They're seemingly a good couple. They match together. I mean, I will be totally in love as well. I will be demanding ultimatum. I'll be like, it's either you marry me oh, you're butt, because who wants to let Mel go? Like I know I'm not the only one who thought about this when Yoli was like, I issued the ultimatum because I feel like we're ready for this. And I was like, yes, I would do the same thing because I want to lock you down right there and there. Like those dimples, like what? How how do you wear? How do you wear a fedora and still look amazing? Like how do you have the audacity to look amazing? Like, anyways, so Yoli in this instant issued the ultimatum. Yoli and Mal met at Pride, and they started as friends, and then it progressed into an amazing relationship. Well, if they're on the ultimatum, it's not so amazing. So I've got a chance, okay? This is what I was saying while watching this show. I was like, I've got a chance. I just slide in the DMs with my 1,000 followers. Anyways, follow me down below. I'll put my socials right below. Mal has insecurities. That's why they don't want to get married to Yoli. Yoli is the typical LGBTQ, okay? She's a typical what is it? U-Haul lesbo. Like typical. Like I fall in love with you today, we're moving tomorrow. Like that's just I feel like she gives me that vibe. Also some fakery vibes from her. Like I won't lie. I feel like she's an opportunist. That's like exact same thing that I told my sister after I watched the second episode, I think. And I was like, I think Yoli is an opportunist, and then yeah, she totally agreed with me. So honestly, Mal's insecurities are kind of valid. I see why she's contemplating whether marriage with Yoli is it for her. I feel like she voiced that Mal is a type of girl that falls fast and falls deep, and she wants to do the things straightforward. Like we fall in love, we get married, we adopt a dog and have kids. I feel like her insecurities are valid because it's very scary to be in a relationship with someone who can easily switch up on you that quickly. So you always question whether their love is really genuine or there's some shadiness underneath it. If they find something better, they could just be like, peace, I'm out. And then we get Lexi, the titty girl, the big titty girl. Like, if you don't know the big titty girl, okay. So I don't even want to hear anyone say anything because I know the first thing that you saw when you saw Lexi was them titties, okay? You were like, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it's very rare to see a white girl with naturally big titties. Okay. And I feel like the reason why we were so focused on her titties is that like her body is so toned and perfect. Okay. And then she just like has the audacity to have boobs. Like she just has the audacity to naturally have those big titties. And you're just like, man. The oddest of it all. Okay, the oddest. Anyways. So we get Lexi and Ray. I feel like the titties are on my mind and I'm gonna be mentioning them in this video. Okay, so Lexi and Ray, they met when Ray was trying to, get that booty call. That are you up type of situation. And then you know what, booty call, I got this like vivid image that, they had this whole amazing night, whatever. And Lexi was like, I'm not leaving. I'm here to stay. And then Ray's like, I think I just wanted a booty call. And then Lexi's like, no, you want this relationship. Don't say otherwise. You want this relationship. And I'm going to force you into this relationship. I just feel like she was like cornered into that relationship. She didn't look happy in that relationship. Like, Oh my God, Ray just looked like she was being controlled from top to bottom. And I feel like she's such a reserved, quiet person and a very awkward person. Like, I feel like in her high school, she was like that nerd, the one that's just like loves lizards and stuff. I don't mean to like psychoanalyze her, but I feel like she's just that awkward kid, that awkward kid who used to sit behind at the back of the class and just be like, never answer, ever. But for some reason, they just like pass through the whole year. But, anyways, so that relationship is clear that we have a dumb femme and we have a very submissive femme. Like, there's no two ways about it. When you see them, you just know, okay, that's it. Anyways, so these two met while Ray was trying to receive a booty call, but then Lexi chokehold Ray and was like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm making these pancakes and you're gonna love them. I'm gonna fold your laundry and you're gonna love it. I am aggressively making her seem like a very aggressive, controlling person. But honestly, which she is, okay? So obviously, through my speaking, you already know who issued the ultimatum. Lexi issued the ultimatum. And throughout this time, she's just like, if there was an advert to voice out that a person is a perfect partner, Lexi would win that advert by a milestone. Because girl was selling herself. Like, she's like, I'm the perfect partner. I do everything. I call, I text, I'm caring, I'm all this. It's like a whole freaking mess, okay? Like, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait to see who she gets paired with, and I'm just gonna egg. Okay, and then our fourth couple is Mildred and Tiff. So, Mildred and Tiff, when we speak about social media, when we see those people on like Facebook or like YouTube couples saying we met on Tinder, and you're like, how are people finding relationships on Tinder when it's literally like a hookup site? Like, this is like little series that somebody does where they're like, if brands would. If brands were honest, what they would say, like literally, I feel like Tinder is like, we pose as a dating app, but really it's a hookup app, okay? Anyways, so they met on social media and not a dating site, not Facebook, not TikTok, but Instagram. And not through sliding through the DMs, through a hashtag. A hash fucking tag. So Tiff was feeling freaky dicky, lemon squeezy, and decided to go click on the hashtag. And what do you know? Mildred was just there like, Latina LGBTQ. And then Tiff slid in the DMs, and the rest is history. So from how they were saying it seems as if the relationship is very much sexualized. Anyways, so in this instant, the one who issued the ultimatum was Mildred. Mildred is like, I'm ready to get married. It's time to get married. I want this. We gotta get married. And spoiler. What was that? Mildred shut me up because she wanted to speak. I'm gonna get canceled for this. Mildred is just like, wife me up right now, And Tiff was just like, I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. I think you should sort your shit out, and then maybe we could get married. I feel like Mildred has been in a hetero relationship before because she is very much the traditional type. Like, she's like, because you're masculine presenting, you must take care of me and me alone. You must have your shit together. You must be the one in charge of paying the bills. You must be the one to take care of me. You must be like, I don't get that. We'll get into that another video, okay? This whole, because you're masculine presenting and I'm femme presenting, so automatically we must take on the gender roles. Like, no, we still both have vaginas, okay? We still both have titties, okay? We both have menstruation, okay? Everything about us screams woman, okay? So, point blank, period. Our last couple is Sam and Ozzy. I don't think I've ever seen any LGBTQ Asian couples that are very like out there. Mostly, I think they are there, but they just don't like to be on social media for cultural reasons. But like, it was really enlightening to see like an Asian couple. And then we fast forwarded to like the other episode, and I was like, whoa! This is a solo U-Ho king. Like, Ozzy is a solo U-Ho king. Like, when I mean that, they are all Ozzy. Ozzy identifies as Ozzy. I need to keep that in my mind. Ozzy is always ready to pack the bags and go. Like, I don't like conflict myself. It's just, conflict is messy. But like, I've never seen anyone who's so allergic to conflict like Ozzy. Girl. Like, I was like, what in the conflict avoiding is this? Like, Ozzy just needs to sort out Ozzy's issues. Ozzy is just, yeah. Ozzy needs serious counseling, serious psychological sessions. Because I don't know what happened in Ozzy's childhood for Ozzy to turn out like that. But Ozzy is 42 and Ozzy does not know how to solve anything. Ozzy's always ready to go. Like, the door's always open for Ozzy. And I'm just like, wow. So there's like a big edge difference between Ozzy and Sam. Ozzy is 42 and Sam is 31, I think. Yeah, I think so. 31. So it's like, if I'm good at math, that's like an 11-year difference. And you would think that Ozzy will be the one who issued the ultimatum because Ozzy is now getting old, You would think Ozzy is like, I'm going to get married now. But no. Sam is the one that issued the ultimatum. It's like, that relationship is just toxic and it should not be. It's just like the definition of not a relationship. So basically, I'm just like, what in the mess of the mess is going on right here? What is going on right here? These couples, as they speak behind this, like, they always like take them into a room for an interview, whatever. And when they speak, you're like, your issues, your issues. So why are you forcing each other to get married? Why is this a thing? Why? Anyways, guys, stick around. I'm going to cut this video because I want to make this a series. So stick around for the next episode as I dive into the new couples and the socialization of single people. Put queer people in one room and you get drama. Like, any queer person can assure you this, okay? Anyways, guys, until next time.